Because he was hanging out with a teenager
That's
when he was like 30.
31. Superstar Drake and Millie Bobby Brown have a very unusual friendship since Drake was 31 years old and Millie Bobby Brown was 14. Ooh. Anyway, we are going to take a look at that story.
Drake is defending his friendship with Millie Bobby Brown. 5 years after his bond with the Stranger Things star first sparked criticism, the rapper is addressing the haters in a brand new track. Drake dropped his latest album, For All the Dogs, on October 6th and had strong words for those bringing any negativity to his and Millie's mutual respect and admiration.
No, not being funny.
Oh.
Like, he's a big grown man. He's a full adult.
Yeesh.
And she was 14, and she weren't like a 14 looking 25-year-old. She was like 14.
Yeah,
He's a
it's a child.
superstar who can have any woman he wants, be around all the women. Why
That's
hang out with a 14-year-old?
That's really weird. Also, as well, but Millie Bobby Brown tends to call him up. She used to call him up and get boy advice from Drake.
For real?
When she was 14, he was 31.
Okay, well, let's
It's
keep
weird.
looking. But so far, he's like, sounds like he's defensive about it. But to be honest, it is a little bit
weird.
A little bit different.
Rapping in the song Another Late Night, weirdos in my comments talking about some Millie Bobby look, bring them jokes up to the gang, we get to really flockin', or send a finger to your mama in some FedEx boxes.
Hang on. So, I'm sure there are weirdos who are jumping in his DMs, sending him messages. Weirdos in my comments talking about some Millie Bobby. So forget it's a little bit weird that you're like 17 years of age, senior,
So old enough to be
and
your
you're
dad.
hanging out. Old enough to be hanging out. Old enough to be a dad. You know?
You know, I don't understand how you can have a relationship, friendship with a 14-year-old.
If you're an uncle, if you're friends
Yeah.
with the parents and you're hanging
Very
out and
weird.
you're the Uncle Drake,
Very
bring them
strange.
jokes up to the gang. We get to really flock in. So
Wow.
he's saying he'll beat you up if you make a joke about it.
No.
Look at that. Or send
Oh.
a finger to your mama. You know, like in the mafia, like Godfather business, it'd like cut your finger off and send it to your mum because the rest of you's probably been dumped in a river somewhere. Nice. All this because he was hanging out with a teenager.
That's
when he was
weird.
like 30.
31. But
Open up that beep. It's jaw dropping, really shocking. So he's saying that if you had an issue with him having a friendship with a young girl when he was a grown ass man, you're going to be put in a box,
that is weird, seriously.
put in a coffin.
Yeah, I realise how weird
killed.
that is. That's not normal.
And even to write a song about it, I'm like, all right, you've got this friendship, yeah? Why put it in a song?
It means so much to him.
Yeah. He's a poet.
Open up that it's jaw-dropping, really shocking. The backlash started in 2018 after Millie raved over her famous pal in a now viral red carpet interview.
I remember when she used to be like that.
At that year's Emmys. The then 14-year-old told Kit Hoover and Scott Evans that Drake had become a mentor she texted regularly, sharing that he even gave her advice on boys.
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited.
Now that feels weird.
Yeah, because she's so like, oh, Drake, I can call him up and talk about boys.
And also, he was already a star before. I don't know, because I mean, there isn't. All right, you know, like we're Michael Jackson fans, and obviously he had friends who were like younger. I mean, they were boys, and obviously you've got all those allegations that we don't believe and it's nonsense. But that's like, I've got young guys that I can be like a big brother to, even paternal, you know, in church, and be like, you look out for them, give them advice. So the understanding is like a big brother relationship, little brother or uncle. When it comes to, you know, a big old man and a young pre-legal girl, if the parents ain't involved and you're texting, I'm thinking like,
the parents don't know that she's got his number.
And obviously, if you're like Drake or a superstar, it ain't like it's, you know, it wouldn't be easy like to it's not like someone in secret, some sinister secret person. He's all over the news, all over the music, all over the music channels. So it's a big deal. So I suppose there's a sense of, if you're going to do something, a madness like that, you're probably not going to have a profile like Drake, because it will get out. But
wow, that is just seriously getting weirder.
Yeah.
Does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah.
Boys?
He's great. He's wonderful.
Despite the star's 17-year age gap, they have more in common than the skeptics may realize. Millie shot to fame as a child actor on Stranger Things, an experience to which Drake can likely relate given his time on the smash teen series Degrassi before he hit it big in the pop world. So it took the 36-year-old some time to weigh in on the situation. Millie fired back right away with a message on her Instagram story just days later and shared gratitude for Drake's willingness to lend her his support and insight. Why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline. You guys are weird for real, she wrote in part at the time, adding, I'm lucky to have people in the business extend their time to help me further my career and offer their wisdom and guidance. I'm very blessed to have amazing people in my life. You don't get to choose that for me.
She's defending the whole situation. She thinks it's all okay.
Now,
I get that. Millie Bobby Brown.
It's the way I think she's okay. So that's the video. Interesting. Wow. I got some thoughts. So you first, Jay. What are your thoughts?
That is really weird for a girl, a 14-year-old, to be friends with a big grown man who's 31 years old.
Yeah.
Can you imagine our child being friends with a big grown man who's that age? A big man who's got his own family. Texting, asking for advice of boys. Where's the parents? The parents don't know that she's got the number and stuff like that. I don't. That sounds quite dodgy. And why would you be asking a big grown man for advice on boys?
So,
make any sense.
Listen, I'm not suggesting for 5 minutes that there's anything going on that shouldn't be going on. But that's not the point. The point isn't that there's anything sinister. I don't co-sign weirdos putting nasty comments like that, but that's media, social media. You know, it's all about weirdos and people saying hateful things. Welcome to the internet. But I have to think, as a parent, we're parents. We have a 17-year-old daughter. We would have major issues if a guy in his 30s, even in his 20s, was ringing her up, sending emojis and texts and saying, oh, you know, I can be a shoulder to cry on. Because here's the thing. With friendships, it's easy to catch feelings, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's easy that you can... How many times have you had a friendship that was platonic and it slides into romantic territory because you're talking late at night and you talk some intimate stuff? It's very easy for a male, female, as if you're heterosexual, you're straight and whatever the other way, an intimate friendship to get into the territory of it being romantic. Yeah?
That can easily happen because he could just end up talking and sharing, helping her out, boys and stuff like that, and then sort of forget, she's 14.
Oh, yeah, she's 14.
She's been in the industry for a while, Stranger Things and all that. And obviously, she comes across quite mature anyway. Yeah. So you probably just think, I've forgotten, and then get carried away.
Yeah. And that's an intimate, that's like boundaries, man.
I was really shocked at this story because I'd never would have thought, Drake and Millie Bobby Brown are friends.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that everyone's gone in.
Yeah.
Because that's a serious
And I don't want to be a hypocrite because obviously we're not making the analogy of the Michael Jackson situation. You know, he had friends and they were young guys, whatever. But from all accounts, except for like, you know, the fraudulent stories that come out, whatever, there was other people involved. The parents were also involved with Jackson. There was a friendship with the parents. There were other people around. It was kind of like there was all sorts of like friendship, fun and stuff like that. And it's a bit easier. I feel a bit easier like the fact that a guy who's quite childish having the same, you know, you're the same gender kind of friendship, when it's like my daughter who's 14 hanging out with someone who's 30, 31, and he's calling her and I'm seeing her phone ring and I'm saying, it's Drake. You go. I mean, I think in the context of entertainment industry and maybe some mentoring, she mentioned mentoring.
Yeah, she did.
If it's talking about business, cool. But if it's like late at night, I want your advice, this deep emotional stuff, man, cut that off.
And as well, I actually read that Drake has, I think it's another YouTube channel, And it said that Drake has this thing where he's got some inappropriate underage. He's friends with a lot of underage girls.
Okay.
So there's that as
she's
well.
Not the only one.
She's not the only one. Looks like Drake.
She's not the first.
So I think that's why people comment at him.
Allegedly. They don't want to get sued.
Because they're thinking, what, is he grooming girls? Is he?
Yeah.
You know?
We don't want to get sued, y'all. That was our reaction to Drake and Millie Bobby Brown. What do you think? Put some comments below and look out for more content where we react and talk about things, relationship and pop culture. Yeah, so let's go and check our kid's phone.